All right. Welcome along, everybody, to what will definitely be a race for the ages. It's the championship decider in Abu Dhabi for VDRL Season 3. And let's go to the standings. Final round of the season. Kevin Van Dyke leading it with 232 points from Jamie Ray with 206. He's going to need an absolute miracle to win the championship, but it is still possible. Jeek still holding on to third position with 181. Damian right behind with 127. And we'll hop on over to the constructors. Ferrari with a very dominant lead, and I believe they've actually won it now with 377 points to Alpine's 300 in P2. Williams right behind with 290, so the fight for P2 in constructors is still on between the two blue teams. So we will be watching that with great interest.
Yes, and there are more fights in the constructors. You got Red Bull versus Haas versus Aston Martin for P5. Red Bull on 103, Haas 99, and Aston Martin on 91 points. So there's fights up and down the grid in both drivers and constructors. I think we're in. I say this every week, but I think we're in for a cracking race around Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, and Abu Dhabi, with its recent reshaping of the track, is a very, very good track for racing nowadays. So it never disappoints.
Yeah, I'm just writing down the last constructor standings. As you also got Mercedes versus Alfa Romeo for P8, 67 points. Mercedes is on, and 65 Alfa Romeo. And you got AlphaTauri behind that on 47 points. But I think we're in for a great race. As you mentioned, it is Kevin versus Jamie. Jamie's got more wins. So if he gets... he needs to win. He needs to win, get fastest lap, pole position. He needs to dominate. And Kevin needs to DNF. Oh wait, Jamie's not racing.
Oh no, is he not racing? He's not in.
Well, time to do a new intro.
Well, that's a big shame.
Oh, come on, man.
Regardless, Abu Dhabi never disappoints on its racing. So even if the championships are wrapped up, that is certainly not a reason to call off the race or anything like that, because Abu Dhabi always impresses. It's honestly my favorite track in this game. It's just so good.
I love it as well, primarily because I'm fast around it.
Yeah, me too.
And I just realized I've been kicked from the lobby, as I'm guessing there is more than 20 people in the lobby.
Only 16 drivers.
It's fine. We got you live reporting from the pit lane. I don't.
Yep.
I'll just go off Martin's stream. So yeah, I will mention quickly the Sunday tier. We've got a 3-way title fight there between Kevin, Jigs, and Limitless. Once again, the guy in the lead is quite far ahead, but a championship fight is a championship fight. So that is a shame we did not get it here, but we got constructor fights brewing, and I just want to say, ever since Jigs did not attend the Friday tier, Alpine have been struggling really to get points. I mean, ever since, what was that, Vegas, I would say.
Yeah, Williams have been doing very, very well with Jamie and Han scoring a lot of points every race.
Great. It's straight. It's a 2v1 between Han and the two AlphaTauris. Not AlphaTauris, what am I saying? Alpine, sorry.
I do feel like Han tends to get some bad luck in the races. We usually see him starting high, and then something always happens to him.
He's a quality boy. Once again, we're saying it with a lovely profile picture. I've said it before, it's the rabbit or the fucking hamster with a pancake with a Christmas hat on.
I'll have to see how many things he can put on his head.
For New Year's Eve, you gotta put like a firework on his head or like a sparkler.
I'll have to do that.
Can I? There we go. Alright. So, we're watching Rajic on his outlap. Aston Martin, as I mentioned, are in a championship fight for 5th place with Red Bull and Haas. They are 12 points behind Red Bull and 8 points behind Haas. So, Red Bull, you go try again later, boys. You actually won the Sunday race and Toyota. This could really go either way. However, only one Aston Martin has offended, so that's interesting. Like, has someone Latifi'd it in Sector 3? Anyway, Rajic is the first man to start a lap through the modified Sector 3. Goes completely misses the apex there, but starts his lap through turn 1. It's a very short pit straight, probably the shortest on the calendar. As you go over the pit exit, and now you've got these fixed radius corners to the left, then to the right, and we get our new bit of tracker. It's been in the game for a while now, but you go straight on here and it's a long hairpin. Still don't think it's perfect, but a step in the right direction. And then you got 2 massive straights. The first one is just about 1 kilometer long, while the other one's just about 900 meters long. Not sure what that is in American units.
Probably about 70 dishwashers.
And I think this is something we'll see a lot, is people struggling to put the power down out of that, was it, turn 9, 10 chicane now.
Yep.
As before it was 10, 11. And I don't know why they turned this into a long corner, as before it was a braking zone, but whatever, it looks cool if you go around the outside. Hopefully we'll see that.
Yep.
Into
the hotel section we go.
Yeah. I think one of these rooms here costs like 30 grand a night.
I would not be surprised.
And you don't even get the best overtaking opportunity. Across the line, Rajic. Oh, would you have a look at that? He goes fastest as he's the first man to cross the line. Kevin, our championship winner. Friday Day, congratulations, mate. Okay, can you do some donuts for us at the end of qualifying, as you're pretty much just driving for fun now? Or he could be practicing for the Sunday tier. Oh, 7/10 quicker, mate. That is...
Ooh, try again later, right on him. 5 thousandths off.
Mo has to try again later. C-Sword P3, 7/10 spot. Yeah, it's gonna be a two horse race, as I mentioned. Red Bull fighting for the constructors. I don't know if try again. Boy knows that, as he just recently joined. His first race that I've seen was in the Netherlands. And it's the first time you saw him, I think. Or you see him?
Yeah, I can't say I remember.
Alright. Anyway, the top 10 or 10 cars have set lap time. We got so far 4 cars in the 22s and 2 in the 24s, while the rest have filtered out in the 23s. I still think we can, hopefully we'll get a sub 22 lap time. I think we will. Anyway, why don't you go through Mr. Freitshouse's lap?
Yep, so it's a pretty wide corner through turn 1. Doesn't really seem too keen on using the entirety of the track, maybe just feeling it out for his first outlap, but completely flat through the uphill S's will be for the most part during the race. Then hard braking right before the 50-meter board for the hairpin. Want to get a late apex. He doesn't really hit it on the inside, but it's better than crawling all over the inside curb.
That's true. I see a lot of people going for early apex there.
You see him not all the way over to the right because the track just kind of juts in at the end of the straight, and getting it slowed down for the chicane. Goes a little bit deep in the first element of it, but straddling the curb on the exit like he just did is exactly what a driver wants to do to maximize the amount of track they're using and open up the corner so they can get the power down early. Then we have the lovely long left banked corner. Beautiful. Always a little difficult to get the power down sometimes on worn tires, but very, very fun corner. Into the hotel section we go. Off camber through these double apex left-handers. Catches him out a little bit on the first one. Easy on the power on the exit. You don't want a Latifi there. Completely flat through the right-hander. Then we have another wide 4th gear corner. Goes down to 3rd, but that's okay. And a short charge up to the line. Brings him up into P6 with a 123.1.
Yeah, and that long corner, it's extremely bumpy on the exit there, as I think a Ferrari was around, or no, AlphaTauri's on. Yeah, it's extremely bumpy there on the exit, so it'll be even more difficult putting the power down. And through the final 90-degree corners of the track under the hotel section, it's really just throttle play. You basically don't touch the brakes, just modulating that right pedal as much as possible. We go, I think we might just see how bumpy it is here. Yeah, you see on entrance it's a bit bumpy, and then there's another bump, especially on how the car's ride height is. You want to run low because you want that straight line vroom down the straight, but you want to run at high because it's very bumpy. Here we go, look at that, that's perfect from finishing hard, just modulating the throttle there. As we got to invite, who are we inviting? Let's see, Touchy. Through the final corner goes finishing hard. I don't know why I say it like that. And he goes P9.
P8, 9, and 10 all in the 123.4s.
Oh wow, yeah, that is mega tight. And
any
P3 and
little advantage they can find, they'll jump up a couple of positions.
Yeah, P3, P4 also both in the 7s. So we got different fights brewing, and Han is a 10th up. A 10th would put him in that P3 position. And crucially, he is ahead of both Alpines. He needs to outscore those by 10 points, so he pretty much needs a podium here. He's always had great quali pace. It's just been the race pace that's been nowhere. But this track suits the Williams a lot more than the Netherlands. You got these long straights where that power comes in. Look at that purple sector 2, that's what I've been talking about. He runs it out very widely, just dips the tires onto the curbs like you dip your fries into the ketchup at McDonald's. Here we go through the right hander. Like I said, just throttle play. Look at that throttle bar. He does not touch the brakes. His left foot, you can chop that left foot off and you'll be fine through there. Anyway, you might actually need the left foot here. Very nicely through him. Slightly late apex to get a nice run here. And what will it be? It's a 21.881, and I do want to say I think he's going for a second lap because he was on the right side there. You might be able to confirm as you're in the lobby.
No, he's backed off.
Oh, right, yeah.
But Kevin certainly hasn't backed off.
Yep, he is absolutely going for it. He just saw that Han went 2 tenths quicker. However, Kevin, this was his back lap, so he's probably got 3, 4, 5 tenths left in the tank. As we'll see, he is purple sector 2, but down on his time, so it will be a Max Verstappen final sector. He's got 2 tenths to find. Trigon Laterboy will go on his lap as soon as he starts his. He's actually purple back. He's letting a lot of cars through. He'll go now through the Latifi section. That's very wide. He's invalidated, and he does not have enough time to charge up enough battery, as you use about 70% in a lap. Seasod is the next person in the top 5, and he is currently P4. So he's just trying to solidify that P4, I think.
Yeah, huge gap between Seasword and Try Again later. 7 tenths between the two of them for P3 and P4. Seasword has to find a lot of time just to make up one position.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been in this position where he's pretty much faster than everyone else, but slower than the top 2, top 3, and he just wants to stick in the DRS. We'll see if he had a Hail Mary of the final sector, finding almost a second here, but I highly doubt it. He found 2 tenths, almost 3 tenths. Anyway, this is the man. Kevin failed to get pole position. Here we go for a second. Is he going to do it? Will he get provisional pole?
Well, let's find out. We'll follow him through the lap. Heading into...
That is brilliant from him. That is exactly how you take it. Quality trim, but he's run out of white. Oh, he's kept it just within the white lines. These are esports lines, which sweat lines, I take them as well, so that's why I'm allowed to say that. Now, should be a very, very late apex. Get on the power as soon as possible. He understeers a bit on entrance. You see the front was sliding there. He's got the DRS open, and he's now sticking it to the right side. He's going to mount that curb, I am guessing, which is very risky. No, he's not. You really only want to do that in qualifying, not the races. That is very risky. The exact same with the curb. Down at turn 1 now. Good exit here. He mounts the curb. Nice. Oh, a bit too much. He got a bit too trigger happy. That's what your school teacher said, mate.
Oh, goodness.
For context, he's American.
Yeah.
Anyway,
man, that was going to be a mega lap too. I mean, the line was just beautiful through turn 1, just that little bit of understeer through the hairpin.
Yeah,
but
I feel like the key factor there was that he didn't commit to the exit curve. You either don't want to touch it at all, or you want to be riding that shit. And he was like, "Oh, do I? And then as well, when the tire's on the curb, no grip. But if it's like on the other side of it, where like 419 is tons of grip. And those are the margins that these drivers are on. Honestly, it's that white line out of the margin, these curbs that are in the margin. He may have just lost pole position and the race there, you know.
Sure is possible. Free Sauce goes up into P6.
Yeah. McLaren aren't really in a fight for the constructors. They've solidified P4 on 163 points. Oh, that's such a shame he was out, mate. Oh, I wish we could finish watching that lap. Anyway, Remus had on his first lap. He needs to be up there where his teammate is if Alpine want to keep P2. Not too great through there. I think he lifted through there. This is a great indication of how confident a driver is. That was a very nice line, just drifting it slightly through an exit there. And fairly straightforward, literally. How well can he attack the curbs? I do think we'll get a couple of switchbacks here. People tucking under to get a better run and better traction. He is all over the place. He was
very aggressive.
twitching away on the wheel. Through the long corner. He got his purple. That can't be. I'm sorry, mate, but that can't be right. The Alpine slowness rate like that can't be right. Prove me wrong, son. Runs it out wide brilliantly. What's this going to be for a lap time, they're saying?
I don't think it's going to be very good. It's been a pretty scruffy lap so far.
A backyard lap, 22.7.
Oh, exactly. That's pretty good. That's not bad.
That is absolutely not bad, as Toro has joined. That is, I think Toro drives for Haas. Oh no, he drives for Aston Martin, so both Aston Martins are in. That is absolutely huge for that constructors fight that we've been talking about. Kevin takes the Lewis Hamilton line. Same thing with the esports line. I'm allowed to say that I am a hardcore Lewis Hamilton fan.
Giving a slipstream to his teammate, it looks like. Unless...
That's surely got to be disqualified from the championship. I'm kidding. If anything, that probably put his teammate off. Where is his teammate? Who is it? It's not Damian. Damian's not here.
Yeah, it's Dux in P15, who invalidates through the hotel section.
Lovely. Anyway, now we're gonna have to get excited about Kevin's lap. Let's hope that he won't pull it. Here we go then. I don't think we'll get quite the same sweaty esports line through turn 1 from Kevin. He's a lot more of a refined and clean driver. He gets on the curb though. That's brave, that's for sure. Runs it out wide. No, and once again, half on the curb, half on it, or half off, half on. He absolutely rides that curve. That's how you're meant to do it. Run it out wide. Set yourself up on the right. Brake at the start of the curbing or the 50-meter board. Depends how big your balls are. He's gone purple through sector 1. And we'll get to see what does he max out at 320. 328 just before the brake zone. He dabs the curb there. Now we'll get to see. Don't do a try again later, boy. No, he's half on, half off the curb once again. So maybe he's running slightly higher ride height. We'll see how that is. Going into the long turn 11 now. Just touch that curb. That curb on the right side is deadly. You don't want to ride that one. Once again, just touches the curb there, as there is a Williams of Hanoff. I think that was Hannah. Yes, it is. I think Han's going to try and pick up a slipstream from Kevin. Here we go. Kevin, he's kept it brilliantly through this, not castle section, that's in Baku. Hotel section. And now we've got one more corner to go. And this could be provisional pole position. It is by 1/10. Now what can Han do? Oh, mate, you're gonna have to take this lap.
Well, let's see what Han can do. Heading through turn 1, not one to ride any curbs. Really gets a little wide of the apex. So
Yeah.
already not the greatest line through turn 1 we've seen before, but most of the time is found in sector 2.
I don't think
600s
Kevin,
down.
yeah, Kevin won't be too eager to give him a slipstream. You see, he's way ahead of him.
So Han wide of the apex on the hairpin as well.
Oh yeah, it's a bit of a iffy lap, but he will find all that time back in sector 2. It all depends on this exit here, pretty much. Solid. So not perfect. Solid.
Yep, solid. Heading down the second of the back straights now into the long left-hander.
He's 2/10 down. He's gonna have to go full send pretty much. And he will have
he's gonna need to find some magic through the hotel section.
He's
See if
got
he can do
nothing
it,
to
keeping
lose.
it to the right.
He has sent it pretty nicely through there, you know.
Oh, he just really it and invalidates.
And I don't think Kevin has gotten that information yet. So he might. Nope. Has Kevin started his lap? No, Kevin is done. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think anyone else will take it from the top to Kevin Von Dijk, your championship, not your championship leader, your driver's championship, your driver's champion on pole position with Han behind him. Then you got Seasword. No, sorry. Then you got Try Again Later, then Seaside, and then Ramos. That's the top 5.
That was a great lap from Try Again Later to be able to keep P3 after his crash at the chicane.
Mate, if that was his banker lap, he surely would have been 21.5, something like that.
Yeah.
What can Logic do? Aston Martin, he would love to get up the grid. Aston Martin need to make up. Okay, so Haas need to have 4 points on Red Bull. Aston Martin need to have 8 points on Red Bull and 8 points on Haas and 12 points on Red Bull. Yeah. So I'm gonna just write that down right here real quick. Alright, I'm gonna go get something to drink for the race, alright?
Yep, you'll need that.
I do.
Alright, here is the official qualifying result for the championship deciding round in Season 3 in Abu Dhabi. Kevin Van Dijk taking pole from Han and Try Again Later, who crashed out at the chicane. Very good lap from him. Seasword in 4th place, Rajic 5th, Remus in 6th place, NLC in 7th. And then we have Free in 8th, R34 GTR in P9, and then Ozan rounding out the top 10. Behind him is Squirter, then Finishing Heart in 12th, Ducks Forever in 13th, reserving in for Ferrari, P Birdie in 14th for Alpine, Snai 15th for Alfa Romeo, the Red Bull of Tommy Otter in 16th, Dutchy 17th, and then Toro rounding us out without a lap time for Aston Martin. So we have a very exciting race coming up here. We've seen how close the qualifying is. I'm sure everyone's going to be scrambling for positions in the race, so we'll give them some time for applying their race setups and their strategies and whatnot.
Alrighty, I'm back. How many safety cars will there be?
Ooh, now that is a good question. Abu Dhabi could be a lot, could be a little, could be in between. I say just one.
I'm gonna say 2. 2 full safety cars. I don't think we'll get a virtual. Either you crash or you don't crash. The only time we could get a virtual if it's someone stuck on the track. I do want to say, however, I forgot to say this during qualifying, is that pit stops will make a difference here, as whoever's bravest on the exit will.
They're starting. There's not a formation lap.
5 lights are on. It's Kevin and Han on the front row. It's go between them. I think Han's already alongside Kevin. No, he's actually behind. Try again later, boy is getting attacked by Caesar behind him. Then you got Ramos tucking in just behind that with Raji going side by side. It's still Kevin from Han. Try again later, boy. Now you got Caesar under pressure from Ramos. There's AlphaTauri off as well, and there's all chaos happening behind it with Toro, who started last due to skipping qualifying. That's racing going NLC, sorry, going absolutely on it. Someone has spun it. That is the AlphaTauri of NLC. And let's look at Han on Kevin. That Williams power that I was talking about. Tune inside and watch it. Try again later. Boy gets tagged by Caesar. That's huge as now. He cannot get a good enough exit to maybe challenge. Han has gotten the move done and dusted on Kevin. Well, maybe not dusted, but he's got it done so far. Down the second straight they go. Shorter straight, Kevin. He knows he's got nothing to lose at this point. Han slightly wide. You've got to try again later. Boy just wanting to tuck in there on Kevin. He's using a lot of battery. He knows if he wants to get past the champion, it is now. But he'll just have to stick behind for now.
A very exciting opening lap. Han got a much better start than Kevin. I had to tuck in behind into turn 1. Very great dive down into the chicane. Very fair between the two of them.
Oh,
a big snap of oversteer. Wow.
Well, and that's gonna not only hurt, well, might hurt the floor, I don't think so, but it will hurt his confidence, as now Caesar has a look, pushes him off the track, wheel banging, they go side by side, just like cars with left hand. I feel like Dragon Later Boy dumping his battery, keeping up with the top, or trying to keep up with the top 2, and arguably he could have been in P2 or leading. As you saw in the chicane, he was going for a wide line to tuck back in for a good exit, but he was tagged in the end as there aren't any fights happening. It'll be Ramos. No, instead, here we go, Caesar down the inside on Dragon Later Boy. There we go, that's the move we expected on that one. More oversteer, more wheel bagging between these two. Oh, these two, you can't separate
Ramos,
them.
though. Ramos might have both of them, because he gets a great exit out of the chicane. Gonna have the inside, but he gets tagged.
Oh,
that was Freet and Remus coming together.
That is, and there's a Haas.
Huge contact with the Haas.
Confetti fest at the exit of 10-11 Toro's round as well. And there's I said there won't be a virtual safety car, and there is.
Yeah, everybody giving it everything through that long left-hander. Just a bit of a clumsy switchback attempt from Try Again Later through the chicane on Seasword. Saw the Alpine of Remus have a very good run down the back straight, but unfortunately getting tagged by the other McLaren.
Yeah, when 4 cars are separated by 2-3 tenths into a high-speed corner, it usually doesn't end up that well. They kept it rather clean. I think they would have kept it clean if Freitas wouldn't have just backed off slightly and maybe gone for a better exit. But yeah, a rather appalling attempt at the switchback from Dragon Later Boy.
It wasn't bad by any means. Just he got the power down a little bit too early. Had to correct some oversteer. Kind of had some wheel banging with the McLaren. Nothing too nefarious there. It all happened on the next corner. Really. And
the two Hasses are fighting. Finishing has left the session, and those two are actually fighting the Red Bull for the championship. However, both Red Bulls in the top 8, they pretty much got that down now. Speaking of Red Bull, excuse me, Try Again Later Boy trying to get past Aston Martin. Aston Martin are fighting Red Bull. However, one Aston Martin is doing very well in P4, while the other one is down in P18, 10 seconds off P17. You want to talk about tires a bit?
Yes, absolutely. Let's talk about tires. Let's bring up the graphic. Pretty much everybody starting on the mediums. A couple people on the softs. The softs can actually do a pretty good stint around Abu Dhabi. They won't feel very good at the end of their lifespan, but it's not a bad strategy. And with the virtual safety car, they can extend a little bit. As Try Again Later dives down the inside.
I don't think he'll get DRS though, because I think he was behind at the detection point. We'll find out. Who has got DRS? No one's got DRS. It's
neither. Okay.
I think the game, when it's like less than a tenth, the game doesn't recognize it. However, you got Ozan, who I think did have DRS. Look at that. That is, if you're running in a DRS train and just swapping back every lap, you are gaining so much time. And if you're running in cleaner, you actually lose a ton of time. Look at that light already blinking on Rajic. So he wants this P4. Here we go. He's gonna chase him all the way around the outside. He's now going to switch it. It's a double apex corner. He tries switching it, but to no avail. He needs to stick by and charge up his battery. Maybe let the AlphaTauri through.
Yeah, Rajic really in a poor position here, as he went a little bit wide in the hotel section. But yeah, like you said, no battery left and trying to chase down a Red Bull while also defending from an AlphaTauri. I don't think that's going to end too well for him.
We got cautions in sector 3.
A coming together between Finishing Heart and NLC. Now, I think Finishing Heart, I don't remember if they rejoined the session or not, so that might just be an AI going very slowly.
I'm fairly sure.
I can't remember.
I don't know. As there is a Alpine that is...
Oh, NLC has lost it. Full safety car. NLC right before pit entry.
Wow. So, I mean, I don't know what happened. We should probably go into a VC with him. I can do that and then come back with information.
Yes, I would appreciate that. That was a very strange incident.
I've got that. And he drives for AlphaTauri, right?
Yep.
And unfortunately, no, that's Alfa Romeo I'm looking at.
Nobody's an AlphaTauri.
Bruh. Whoops.
So let's hope we can see something from him in the chat.
Yeah, I would love that. Han leads though. He's managed to lead longer than in Netherlands. However, that gap he had comes right back down. However, Rajic now gets to save up some back. So that's good.
Yeah, that is true. He.
Oh, Kevin, pit lane.
Kevin, pit lane. Han stays out. Kevin in the pits. Only 4 laps on the medium tires.
Yep. You will see quite a few soft tire runners in. Here we go for the hards. Will he get held up though? It's a busy pit lane for a second.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get held up. He's in and out nice and cleanly.
Yeah. Trigon Later Boy in the pit lane as well. Let's take a look at like Trigon Later Boy through pit exit. Here we go. How well can you send it through the pit exit? That's the first time you'll hear anyone say that. Such a weird pit exit.
So what's the strategy then for Kevin? Because he's going to have better tires than the people in front of him. Not by much.
Yeah, and I want to say the people in front of him are gunning for a safe car around lap 14, 15, 16, where they've built out like a 10, no, maybe not 10 second, but like 8-second gap, and then fresh odds. They can close back up. It's good for the lads that were in soft. I think the odds will make it to the end, 23 laps. They'll make it, but they'll make it.
They won't be fast though. Surely Kevin will be hoping for a late safety car.
Lap 20 and then soft, something like that. It really was mission impossible for Jamie, though. You gotta say that.
Yep, and well, made that much more impossible by not attending.
Yeah. He was probably the quicker driver throughout. We just missed races and did not finish races.
Yeah,
And
no, it is a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say real quick, please like the screen, the stream on YouTube. Like it, share it with your grandma. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Join the Discord. That is the main hub for VD Racing League. It's where everything is being controlled from stewards. People shouting at each other after incidents. Then you of course got the VDRL web shop. I've said this before, the merch helps you to get girls. Your Riz level will go up by 3 quadrillion %. You got Twitter and Instagram, VD Racing League. Make sure you follow us on those. And does TikTok? Does the TikTok still exist? I believe so, but I don't know. And of course we got the sponsor with this printing company, and we're actually running a Christmas sale, 25% off on all orders, I believe.
Oh, how nice. Safety car in this lap. And get back to racing nice and quick.
Yep, you take it, mate.
For sure. Han is certainly taking his sweet time, bunching up the field, making sure the tires are warm. Could try and go early to get a good exit through the final corner. Could try and go late, maybe catch Seasword off guard as he tries to accelerate through the last corner. All up to Han. What will we see?
Well,
he's really weaving around for temperature.
We'll have to Han Solo this championship fight, that's for sure. Here we go. Take it away.
And we are back to racing in the second to last corner, and Seasword was very, very ready for it, as he's still right behind the Williams heading through the last corner. Someone who wasn't ready, it's Tommy Otter in 4th place, already coming under pressure from...
look at that from Dragon Lake.
He's really wide.
That's what I said in qualifying. You take that line in qualifying where you've got those laps in the race. He just got behind Rajic, and Rajic put up a stellar fight just before the safety car. Kevin will now chase all the way around the Red Bull, and he will put now crucially 2 cars behind him at Dragon Lake Boy. Dragon Lake, these two, you can't separate these two, honestly. They are like an old couple screaming at each other.
Good overtake at the chicane for try again later. Has his teammate ahead of him on worse tires, so he's hoping that Tommy's going to let him through, and he does.
And Tommy's got front wing damage.
Great team play. Tommy does have front wing damage.
And I think Rajic is trying it all the way around the outside. Go on. Oh no! I think that was the front wing coming into play there.
Could have been some understeer from the Red Bull on the inside. Full safety car for that.
That is what Han was gunning for right there. Maybe not that early, but I think he was gunning for something like that.
Yep, because now he can pit, probably come out right around where the
behind
hard
the
pitters were, and have ever so slightly better tires.
Yeah, he is in the pit lane.
As is Seasword. Kevin stays out, so he's going to re-inherit the lead of the race.
Yeah,
so
I'm
again,
sure.
Just taking second.
I'm sure that was a bit too early for Han's liking for the safe car to come out.
Yep, but he's gonna take what he can get.
Yeah, Rajic will stay out though. This could be tight on pit exit between Rajic. Let's go on with Rajic, Martin. He will. Where are those cars coming out? I think he is. Did he get P12? I think.
Yep, Han right behind the Aston Martin, just a fraction of a second too slow.
Yep.
Drops him all the way to P13.
Yeah, and as it stands in the championship standings, Alpine will remain in second, Williams will be in third. Red Bull will still be in fifth, as they've got Dragon later or carrying. And between Haas and Aston Martin need 8 points. How many points is Toro getting? He's only getting 4. And Haas has got someone in the top 5. Between Mercedes and Alpha, is there any Mercedes here today? There's R34. Mercedes, Alpha need make up 2 points on Mercedes. So, yep. Right now, championship standings will remain unchanged. And for the people in chat, if you've got any questions, let us know. We'll answer them. And we'll get some track facts up.
We always love the facts around here.
You're darn right. I was commentating on... oh, lovely. They've now got the 2024 schedule on, so we've got the stats from 2023. That is absolutely lovely from F1. Yeah, I was commentating for a league on Tuesday, I believe. I had so many facts. X percentage on throttle, X percentage on the braking. Alright, here we go, as they've... Here we go. So, you got 16 corners. You got one... No, sorry. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right and 9 to the left. His first Grand Prix was in 2009, and back then it was not the final race. Second length 5.281 kilometers, and the lap record is 126.1037.21. The race distance is 103 kilometers. It was originally 5.5 kilometers, however, it was shortened by 300 meters when it went. The best overtaking spot is into the turn 6-7 chicane. It is now, as it's seen multiple profilements, the hairpin down into F5, the long turn 9, and the long and the hotel section. There we go. Jeez.
We will be going back to green in just a moment. Safety car is coming in.
I finished my drink in 10 laps. Here we go. Who's gonna take it away?
You can take this one away.
Here we go. The hopefully final safe car restart of the season. Here we go. Kevin will be leading the pack as he has done most of this season. I think he has gone in the traction zone. Very smart from him. Trying later boy, squirming around for grip. Has he learned his lesson? Will he stay? Oh no, he's going back onto the curb. He has actually managed to do that. You see, it's a 50-50. Mercedes goes wide, McLaren goes wide, Haas goes wide. Everyone has forgotten the word grip. It's just exited their vocabulary. However, the McLaren is right behind the Aston Martin. We might just send in. No, oh, sorry, that's not Aston Martin. That is a Mercedes. On the R34, as Freitas will go for a better exit, whereas Han is down to P12 after that pit stop. He's fighting away with Rajic now, which is very risky between those two, I will say, as there's all chaos happening behind. It's going to be 4 abreast for a split second there, which turns into 2 wide into the chicane, as Han gets absolutely no scope there, and he's gone from leading the race on lap 8 to being P15 on lap 11, and that is Williams' chances of P2 in the constructors. Goodbye. All the way around the outside now goes Tux. I think there's no grip out there. That's not where the line is. Toto has to make up positions if he wants to, if Aston Martin want to get past Haas in the constructors. You see Sny is all over the shot. Remus contact. That will help. What the hell did Aston Martin just... Do you see that?
I have no idea how to describe what I just saw.
He tried to no-scope him. Yeah,
Wow.
that will give Han a small smile, the fact that I think one of the Alpine guys got from a wing damage. However, he won't be too happy about that. However, although he might have been caught up in that either way, so maybe it was good, maybe not, we won't know. But what did you catch at that safety car restart?
I think I caught a lot of people not quite certain how to leave space for others through the corners. As the track is pretty wide through Abu Dhabi, it's pretty easy to do. Unfortunately, some drivers finding that more difficult than others.
Yeah, people locking up the tires, cold tires, I'm guessing, just braking at the spot for tires that are up to temperature, as Freitas is now behind the Mercedes of R34. As Willie, if you listen closely, it's the sound of a GTR as well that is coming off the back of the Mercedes. As Tomiota has officially had it. Oh, he's already left.
Yep.
And Aston Martins went from probably P8, P9 to P15, P16. So those guys can kiss P6 in their constructors goodbye, unless Haas have an absolute shit show. Where are the Haas cars right now? P14.
Daci's up into P5.
Oh wow, yeah, and so I think we won't see any changes in championship standings, as you got a Mercedes up there, a Red Bull up there, and a Haas up there, which, well, it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. As there is a fight going, Han is looking for a move on Ozan, the AlphaTauri, the lone AlphaTauri Wolf. As once again, there's 4 cars here, as Han is going to try it. He's very comfortable under braking as he gets a good run. Now,
that was a huge move.
Holy moly. Here we go. He's going to be forced to the outside. I think it was actually Limos that no-scoped him 2 laps earlier. I'm not quite sure. Han goes slightly wide there, just making sure that it does not happen again. And now, will we see a switchback performed by Dux, as both of them scrubbing around looking for grip? How are the battery levels looking, Versengen?
Well, they're all using them. Dux is down to 6%, but Ozan, crucially behind them, has 50, and it's 20 for Remus on the inside.
Yeah, what about the top 2?
Top 2, Kevin's at 50, and try again later's down to 14.
Oh, big send! Sorry, just to cut in there, but massive send from Remus on the Ferrari. Forcing him off. That was a big boy. He's forced him off, but apart from that, that was cleaner than the normal overtakes, isn't it? The DRS overtakes you might see. Oh,
he just tried to have a good exit out of the final corner.
That got, wow, what? Did you see that, or?
I was looking at some batteries, so no, I didn't see it. But
if you got the YouTube stream on, holy crap, that was a big boy send. It was up from 2 car lengths back. Anyway, back to battery levels.
I think I got through everything that I needed to. Kevin's just cruising out up at the front of the field with 50. Got a nice gap behind himself. Try again later is just about at 10%.
Ozan flies past Remus. That's a slam dunk overtake right there. As there's contact between Squirter and Dux. Oh. Squirter moving under braking.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, but that dive bomb from Remus was cleaner than DRS overtakes, like I just said. Oh, as there's something happening up ahead between Remus and Ozan. They were wheel banging. Coming up to the corner, and now with that's not going well a couple of times before, we might see the same exact move that we saw 5.2 kilometers ago. You see Remus defending the inside, as he just saw what happened to that Ferrari. As we got yellow flags in sector 3, that is Snai in the Alfa Romeo. Oh wow. What a send from Remus there. Holy crap. I think things have started to calm down now.
Yeah, for once. Although I have a distinct feeling it's going to pick back up sometime soon, as Han is looking for P6 off of Daci.
Yep. And with Bertie right now scoring 4 points, Han needs to be P3 in order for Williams to clinch P2 in the constructors. P4 would not be enough. Wait. P4 would not be enough, no. Yeah, he has to get onto top 3. Could be that Puberty loses a position. Oh, sorry. Wait. No, P3 would be enough because that 1 point that Ramos is making would not be a difference. I believe that if the gap's 10 points and Bertie is doing 4 points, that would put the gap to 14 points. He would get 15, so that would actually put them tied on points. However, Williams have got way more race wins than Alpine. Or do they? I would say so.
It would be between Jamie and Jix, wouldn't it?
Yeah. However, Jig's last race was just before Vegas, I believe. And these last couple of races, Alpine have had like, I don't know, 20 points. While with Jigs they made like 100. So, yeah. I mean, after that stand, you'd think that Ramos is a man on a mission. However, Han has to make up quite a few positions. However, try again later, boy. And R34 have got penalties, and Puberty just got penalty. However, he's also behind Dutchy now. As Dutchy going for a very, very defensive line, as Bertie tucking in very late for the slim screen. Both of them have got absolutely no battery. This is like watching two Formula regional cars going at it. As Bertie is now scoring 6 points, so Alpine are scoring 7 points. So that would mean that Han would now need P2 to get Alpine or Williams that. Actually, no, because he would still need P2. Wait. Okay, so wait. Bertie is scoring 6 points. Plus Ramos is 7 points. That would put the gap to 17 points. Yeah, he needs P2. Even with if he gets P3 and fastest lap, then they'll be exact on points because they had pole position and that's worth 1 point. But yeah.
We're watching Freet chasing down R34 into turn 5 for P3.
The more these two fight, that will help Han out.
Yeah, certainly will.
Seasword has joined the party as well. This could be a double whammy for McLaren here. None of these have got any battery. It is a double whammy.
Down the inside of the hairpin we go. Left some space on the outside for the Mercedes. Good job, Seasword.
Here we go. It could be... for once. However, it could come down to two teammates. They'll come together, guys. That's not going to look good on image. Here we go to the inside. Freight's house for once leaves some space here.
Yep, Seasword on the better tires. That's good to let his teammate through then.
As Han barely made up some time though. I think the gap was at 3.2. Dutchy and Bertie fighting. Dutchy now going for the switchback. This will help Han out massively, especially if you get Ozan involved. Look at Ozan, 50% battery. These two scrapping away. He's right there with a lot more battery. I'm sure he'll wait a lap or two. Oh! Dutchy's round. And now Han has to get P2. Because he'll be scoring 19 points if he gets P2. Honestly, it will need a safety car for Williams to get P2 in constructors.
Yeah, Han's getting up to the rear of R34 up in P5, but if he clears the Mercedes and both McLarens, he has a 7-8 second gap to try again later in P2, which is the position he wants. So he will probably be needing a safety car to make that one up.
Yeah. As Ozan will get past Bertie now, and it will be huge if Skirter gets past Ramos, which will be happening shortly now. Whoever just sits behind and charges the battery now is the winner here. Just use the DRS. Skirter is forced to stay behind. And they've got a 15-second gap to total. That Alpine went very wide there as Skirter making well sure that he does not get caught up in that. Angle is steaming around the outside of these low kinks here. There we go. Alpine are now back down to scoring 5 points. That means that P3 would be enough for Han.
And speaking of, right on the rear of R34 now in P5.
Yeah.
Slightly better tires, plenty of battery. He's going to go for it down into turn 1. Doesn't want to wait.
Yeah.
And he's going to have that move.
In a great scenario, he would want to do that in the straight, so he gets the DRS to leapfrog up. And now he has to make up 8 tenths pretty much to Freightzhaus, and Freightzhaus, no slouch, you know. Remus in the pit lane. Remus in the pit lane, so he's going on to medium. Oh, what tire is he going up to for a second?
He is going on to the mediums, you are correct.
Medium,
New
so
mediums for him, definitely going to be going to the end of the race.
Yeah, he'll be out like P12. Keep us updated on that, please, as we're watching R34 coming back at Han now off the track. How is that illegal, fam? As Han forced to use a lot of battery there, R34 not a great exit. So I think Han has got that move done and dusty. He has lost a bit of time to the McLarens though. We're chilling in that DRS train I was talking about. So effectively right now, Han is racing Seasword and not Freightzhaus. He needs Freightzhaus or Seasword to make a mistake.
Yeah, Remus out of the pit lane in P11, but with easily the best tires on the track.
Yeah, but
he has a lot of time to make up.
Look at Dux behind him. Dux gets past.
Oh, I thought there was going to be contact.
So what turn was that then?
That was into the chicane, so Remus is going to be coming back at turn 9. Is the long left-hander, I believe?
Yes.
And he's going to have that position back easily.
Yeah. He has now got to make up 5 seconds to total. So maybe just chew through those tires a bit too hard. Squirter in the pit lane as well. Are these mediums starting to fall off?
Yeah, I mean, there's only 9 laps left in the race. I can't believe we were already that late into it. I feel like we just started. New softs for Squirter.
Han has made up a second in a lap, by the way, on the McLarens.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Can we get battery levels on Seasword, Freightzhaus, and Han? Because I think Seasword and Freightzhaus were charging them up during this
It's
month.
only 20 for Seasword right now, 40 for Free. So Han's got the best of them at 50.
Wow.
Tell you what, Han is having a beautiful race. Even with that spin getting taken out at the chicane.
Yeah.
Super good pace and battery management too.
Yeah, and Remus is now on P10, rapidly closing in on P9. So it is not over yet.
By no means.
However, he's got Squirter behind him, fresh softs. We could see more people in the pit lane. You got Kevin on 15 lap old hards, Freight on 18 lap old hards, Han on 12. Han will have to get past into the chicane. It will have to be a daring move on Freightzhaus. Gonna have to get a great exit, maybe force a defensive line into the hairpin. Here we go, he stamps on the power now, and not stamps but modulates his pedal. Here we go, both of them have got DRS. Caesar will have to be careful as I think Han right now is just trying to make the two McLarens go side by side so he can capitalize. No, he will try all the way around outside. He'll stick his nose up there. That's quite risky.
Yeah. Really nice racing though from Seasword, because you saw him get in front of Han into the braking zone, just boxing in the Williams, making sure he has to brake that little bit earlier. So that definitely hampered his overtake attempt, and now he's still behind as they head into Sector 3. With
less battery as well.
Yes, so the McLarens are living to fight another lap, and they're not going to let him pass easy.
30 in the pit lane for hards.
Yep, Verdi was into the pit lane for hard. Squirter's just getting past him in the chicane now.
And right now Williams are scoring 12 points. So Han only needs to make up one position right now. Or so right now Alpine are only scoring 2 points. So Han only has to make up one play. Oh, as Bertie is now... Okay, so Williams scoring 3 points. If Han gets up into P4, he will be scoring 13 points, which will put both of the teams on 303 points. However, Ramos is closing in on Toro. However, you've got Squirter behind on softs right behind Bertie. As Bertie's hards are getting up to temperature. You see, I think right now Han is forcing Freitas to use battery. However, yellow flags are out. What's happened there, Vesangen?
There is a Alfa Romeo around. That is Snai again, bringing out yellow flags in the hotel section. But he's gotten.
There we go.
Okay?
I think this is going to be a driver swap down it. No, it isn't. There will be fighting it. That's very risky from Han. He slithered up the inside. C-Sword is sliding all over the place. And now Han will just have to sit behind. And she'll not make any major miscalculations. He's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, McLaren's doing super well.
Yeah, Squirter and Bertie are going at it. I'm just trying to think if... yeah, so he needs P4, no matter what. He needs P4. P5.
I wouldn't be surprised if Birdie just tried to put Squirter in the wall there. That was a bit of a strange move.
Ramos just passed Toro. So Alpine, best case scenario... Wait, let me just see. Best case scenario, Alpine will be scoring 5 points, 15 points, which then puts Han under pressure as he needs to now get P3. Oh, pressure is going to him. He locks the rear brakes. The McLarens are doing very well, you must say.
Oh, he just about had a spin too.
Yeah. He needs a safe car now, pretty much.
Absolutely.
Here we go, look at that. Squirter and Bertie still going at it. Soft versus hard. I don't really see how this is any competition. Squirter will have the DRS now, as battery level of Alpine's got nothing. And now, Alpine are scoring 4 points. He still needs P3, does Han. None of them have got any battery.
First gear.
Oof.
Got it. That's a TC warrior right there.
Gotta love it. Here we go. To the inside goes Alpine. Back into P10. He goes. Han needs to come up with something quickly and soon. If he gets past Freitas, I think he can get past C sort of easy. It's just getting past that first McLaren that's got the DRS. It would help tremendously if Squirter gets past the Alpine as well. I feel like the Alpine's only surviving because of that second spray. He just picks up the DRS through there. These three still... It's almost like Singapore, you know. I mean, I said it in the Netherlands, you know. Singapore IRL. Where Caesar giving the DRS to his teammate.
Han still has a pretty good advantage here because he's been forcing the battery deployment from C-Sword and Free. They're really starting to run low. Han's been able to recharge a bit.
Yeah. However, he's making small mistakes like that one.
Yeah, the tires are starting to fall off.
He is got theoretically till lap 28. 27, 28. Depends how much time he loses in making the overtake. Squirter makes contact with the Alpine. Let's go forward, Martin. Is that contact for the Alpine or front wing damage gone? I don't know what Squirter's doing. He's warming up the cars that are 4 laps old. Mate, you're driving in the desert, not in the fucking Antarctica. As some of the Alpine has kept all of its front wing as no, I don't. No visual damage. Oh, they're now going side by side through the vast. To the inside, he has got front wing damage, does the Alpine. So Squirter will have to get past as soon as possible. He's got to stay out. He's got to brave it and stay out. Oh, and no, he's pitting. Alright, Alpine scoring 4 points. Oh, that's very sketchy into the pit lane. Alpine are now scoring 4 points as what is Squirter doing? I think that past pass. There we go. Alpine scoring 4 points as Han is scoring 10 points. That would then put the gap at, well, 4 points.
Yeah, and Han, I think, just tried to have an overtake down into the chicane and came off a little bit worse because he's now down to 30% battery. So he knows he's starting to run out of time.
Yep, however, one thing he's not running out of is tires. 6 laps younger. That does not mean that they're healthier by any means. However, it points towards it, that is for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Freet really can't be feeling too good through the corners on 23-lap-old hards and dirty air. Any
slide in critical corners, turn 1, turn 5, turn 7, anything where there's some sort of high-speed, full throttle section after, those are the sketchy corners.
Oh, a slide like that, Hans just lost it through turn 5.
Oh, have I just jinxed it? I think I have just jinxed it.
Completely on his own, under traction. And that
trying to get a good exit, as the gap is now 7 seconds with 4 laps left.
So that is Hans' attempt on the McLarens done and dusted. They did a very, very good job of working together and driving defensive. I mean, hats off to them. Han is not someone you can hold off very easily.
Indeed. And I think now they've gotten the green light to race as you want. Just race cleanly. Oh, they've both got no battery. I feel like if Han would have waited one more lap, just forcing a bit more battery deployment. Lap 27 would have been like the best time to do it, I feel like. Let me just think. Han will get 11 points. Yeah, no. Han needs P4, lad. Han needs P4, or he needs Ramos to drop down to P9, which I don't think is happening. He's got a 7-second gap to total. 9 seconds even.
Yep. So Remus is out on his own. If he makes a mistake, it's completely his own fault.
Yeah.
It's not going to be taken out by anyone by any means.
You never know about that.
Shall we talk about our championship winner, Kevin Van Dyke? Because I feel like we haven't mentioned him in quite some time.
Kevin, your championship winner. He's had a few iffy moments. I think he was on a streak of like 3 races mid-season where he was just spinning and coming back to P3, losing points to Jigs. I think the gap was 30 points at one point. At one point, however, Jigs not racing, and Jamie, you know, you can't say he had a bad season. Honestly, Rookie of the Year goes to Jamie. He had a fantastic season. However, Kevin has got less than 10 kilometers now to go. Less than 30 corners left in the season. He won the Constructors, or Ferrari won the Constructors in the Netherlands, I believe, or the race before that. He has, ever since the safety car restart, he has not looked back. Of course, Han got taken out. What would have been? I think he actually got taken out by Alpine. That's the thing there.
I don't really think there was anything intentional by any means. There's a lot of hard racing.
Yeah. He lost, what, 7-8 seconds. So he would have caught up to these two McLarens who have worked brilliantly together a whole lot earlier, where he still had a lot more battery. As blue flags as someone's being lapped. That is...
Finishing hard.
Finishing hard got lapped. He's finished for the season, that is for sure. Championship standings, in terms of the constructors, drivers, we've not really had a look at that. Sorry about all the people who have made up 5 positions in this final race. What McLaren will take the final spot on the podium?
I think it's going to be Seasword. I don't see another... Oh, though, Freet has been able to charge up his battery a little bit for a last lap charge.
Yep, Kevin. Has not got long to go. Is this his breakdown ducks? I thought it was Kevin. There we go, Kevin. He's got 2/3 of a lap to go. It's been a season of highs and lows. You know, his last-minute winner in the Netherlands, giving him that points gap to Jamie that he needed. Although at the end it didn't matter. Alpine have kind of bottled, not the championship, but the constructors have. But if they would have lost second, then they would have bottled it. Here we go, one last time. He will be going down this straight, and he will be in a high-speed action. Almost said full throttle there, but it's not the last time. He has now got a third of the Yas Marina circuit left to go. Is that what it's called? I've actually not got a clue.
Yeah, it is.
Through the stadium section he goes. He will wave to the fans. He will drive under the expensive-ass hotel, not even at the best overtaking opportunity, through Latifi corner. As the two McLarens are fighting, we will get... Yep, Cesar has managed to stay ahead, back onto Kevin. He's got 2 corners to go. Your world champion. It is fireworks for this man. Kevin Von Dijk across the line. There's actually no fireworks. I thought there would be. He is champion till Friday. We wait till Sunday if he can complete the double. And it's a McLaren 3-4. They will... Oh, as he did cross the line just there. Mate, if that would have happened 3 laps before, or just before Han Binder. Anyway, this is your man. Not of the hour. Not of the race. But of the season. Kevin Von Dijk. He beat Jigs, Jamie, Limitless. Or actually, Limitless is not in this one. He built arguably the top 2. He built Try Again Later Boy. Fair and square. 2 safety cars is exactly what I've predicted. Honestly, thank you very much for this final season. I think we will actually have interviews, won't we?
Sure hope so.
My word.
Just waiting for everyone to cross the line. Big gap between first and last today.
Holy crap. Alright. Alright. We're just gonna go through the final orders. And then we will have P3, P2, and we go. Not P1, but your driver's world champion. There he is, look at that. Such a sexy man. Wait, what?
Huh?
Huh? Ferrari have actually won it. They've bribed Jamie not to attend the final race. And that champagne is looking absolutely delicious. Cheers, 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 cheers all around. Here we go, your finishing order. You got Kevin winning in style at Abu Dhabi. Then you got Dragon Later Boy in P2. You got Season P3. We'll have those top 3 interviews for you any moment now. Freithaus P4. Han P5. Yep, go on, Martin. R34 P6. Ozan P7. Then you got P8 and 9. Remos and Rajic. Rounding out the top 10, you've got Dutchy. Then you got Toro and Squirter P11, P12. Bertie, Dux, Snai. Finish going hard. Your non-finishers are Tomiyaru and NLC. Thank you very much. We'll now have interviews for those top 3. Alright, so Martin, I'll just move them one by one, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who finished P3 in Yas Marina 2.
I can make it.
Sorry, I just realized I'm in push to talk when I'm in this. Yeah, we're saying you're push to talk, so you got to unmute and swap to push to talk. That's what I wanted to do in the commentators channel. Anyway, Caesar, fantastic teamwork with Freitzaus. Just brilliant, keeping Han behind. What was it like being
Stream, by the way.
the leader of that group? Of course, you had no battery and that.
Yeah, I was just focusing that my teammate had DRS, so we could defend against Han, and we actually had a plan as well to always like close the doors even without like let's say stopping or like illegal blocking, and yeah, it was working every single lap until he spun. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it was getting slightly frustrated there. Great to end up the season with a podium, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be racing next season?
Probably.
That's great to hear. Thank you very much, Cecil, ladies and gentlemen. P3 in Abu Dhabi. So now we move on to P2. Once again, it was just not enough for the race win. Try again later, boy. Mate, shame you crashed in qualifying. What could have been if not that crash? I can't hear you, mate. I think it's push to talk. Love a bit of technical difficulties. Anyway, we'll go to Kevin then. Kevin, champion to Friday. How does it feel? Of course, with Jamie not racing, it was pretty much in the bag. Even if you would be racing, you dominated the race after that second safety car. Pretty much, great strategy call to pit under the first safety car as well.
Yeah, the strategy was key today, I think, because I think Sizet and Lohan got stuck behind traffic, so that made my life a bit easier. And I tried to break the DRS after the restart because I don't want I wanted to play it safe. I didn't want to play DRS chicken with try again later.
Yeah, completely understandable. Of course, you'll be gunning for the double in Tier Sunday. Do you think you can do it, or is it just too far?
Yeah, Jigs has to DNF, so it's pretty much impossible to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the last time Jigs did not finish a race. So I'm sure you'll give it your all. You maybe get P2 in the standings, you versus Limitless there.
Yeah, I will try my best to get P2.
Yeah, best of luck, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Not only your Abu Dhabi Grand Prix winner, but your Friday tier champion, Kevin von Dijk. And we'll see. Try again later, boy. Have you fixed your technical difficulties?
Do you guys hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you. Lovely. So how you just missed out on the win by 2-3 seconds on track? Yeah. Do you think it all went wrong in qualifying where you crashed on your second lap because you were up like 2-3 tenths on for a brilliant lap? Me and Versailles were hyped in our commentary booth there, hoping you'd, I don't know, put like a 21.5 together for us. But just on the traction, what happened?
I don't know. I don't know what really happened, but I just gone too early on the throttle, I think, or something. So I lost it, but I can do nothing about it. It was a good race.
Yeah, you had the
And
same.
I'm really.
There you go.
Yes.
You had the same great strategy call as Kevin to pit on the first safety car. Was that your decision as soon as the safety car came out, or did you react to what he did?
No, that was my own decision because I thought I will go on the hard and maybe hoping a safety car come later I can go on the medium, and if not I will stay on the hard like like the race did go. So yeah. And one thing also I want to say to Frit and Caesar, thank you for keeping Han behind because he was on fresher tire than us.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
benefit.
We're saying, and you got something to add?
Sorry.
No, I was talking to the other commentator, but I think he's having problems as well. Might as well do R34 GTR. You've secured P8 in their constructors for Mercedes. Tricky race for you all round, just managing to stay within what was it, top 6 throughout. And it's push to talk, mate, so you'll have to figure out what that button is for you. You'll have to go into settings, voice and video, and then find it out like that. Anyway, I don't think we'll have our 34 GTR with us. Anyway, thank you so much for this fantastic season. For saying it, I see your thing is lighting up, but I don't hear you. So
Finally figured out
there
how
we go.
TikTok works.
There we go. Thank you very much. Me and Mersagan will hopefully, or I will be here next season out. I think it starts 8th of January, something like that. I forgot. Kevin, you probably know it.
Yeah, no.
When 5th of January.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll be there. For a second, you'll be there. I'll force you to be there.
Okay, I hope so.
Thank you from me. The second, Hannes will be joining you 5th of January 2024 around Bahrain.
Thanks for the commentary this season.
Is there what?
Sorry, thanks for the commentary this season.
Mate, it's been an honor, absolute honor. Great racing most of the time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
we can
much.
get great battle next year
Thank you so much
from the start.
for joining us on Friday. And on Sunday is the big boy, the 3-way title decider. Jigs versus Limitless versus Kevin. I'm hoping I'll see you there. Goodbye.